So around about the age of 9, you know, you're not thinking about when you're gonna see your family again, or if you're gonna see your family again. You're more focused on, you know, just 9-year-old things. And at the age of 9, it was a difficult time for me. I had to move out of Hot Springs, which was where my home was, all that I knew, and I had to go to Virginia. And I had never even heard of this place, these people. I never heard of them. So it was frustrating, it was scary, and it was lonely.
Mernaiya is my daughter. It was in 2006. It's when I had some traffic tickets unpaid and didn't have it. So I had to go and do 10 days in jail for not paying. And while I was in there 10 days, I left them with my son's father, and they got taken. Police got called, and the kids got taken and put in foster care, and I was incarcerated and couldn't do nothing about it.
So before I went to foster care, or to Virginia, I had to be in foster care, and I was here. I can't exactly remember. I was somewhere in Arkansas, but I just remember like the people that were taking care of me, my sister at the time, you know, they didn't accept our color. So a lot of the times, they had children of their own, but a lot of the times me and my sister had to sit on the floor. We weren't called by our names, our birth names, and we didn't get to play with certain kids. And at the time, they were living on a farm, so they tortured us with the animals because they knew that we were afraid of them, and they knew that that wasn't different for us. But yet, you know, they still let the pigs out, you know, had the dogs chasing us around the farm. You know, at the time, it might seem funny now, but at the time it was more of like, why? What do we do to, you know, deserve this?
The first feeling, being in jail and can't do nothing about it, and I was a good mother. I had my kids with me all the time. Dress, all that, had food, they had no reason to take them. House, bed, clothes, and more.
While I was in this foster home, me and my sister, I remember this one time we were eating on the floor, and they had daughters of their own. They had like 3 daughters, and they were all at the table eating and stuff like that, and they were eating chicken and, you know, eating good, and we were over here eating like bologna sandwiches and stuff. So the life in Virginia with my aunt, like learning, it was, first of all, it was a different atmosphere. My aunt was more religious, and my mom had grew up in a church, but as she got older, she never really grew back to that. So when I moved with my aunt, I got saved at 9 years old, and I fell in love with God. So that was the positive aspect of it. But also, I was around nobody my age. Like my household, they were all teenagers, and we were all girls. But my cousins and me, like, we fought a lot. I remember one time she felt that I was taking over her household because I was calling her mom. And the only reason, I remember myself doing this because I didn't want people asking questions like, why do you live with your, you know, in my business. And so I just remember the altercation where we just got into it, and I think I happened to throw her down some stairs or something, I don't know, but I didn't really get along with people, with my cousins, because she didn't understand what I was going through, and I didn't know who she was to even explain to her what I was going through.
That's when our daddy got out of jail and was able to get you, and you came home in 2009.
So about after 5 years, I moved back home when my dad was finally released out of prison. I was about 14, so that's when I moved here to Lakeside my freshman year. At the beginning, it was kind of shaky, it was rocky, because it was new for me. I didn't remember the people that remembered me at the time. I mean, like I said, I was young, so I didn't remember. And sometimes that created problems. So after all this is said and done, I think that I often see that people take their family and their mom for granted and stuff. And it's just, I want to say that it's a blessing for me to be here today, because I could have been gone a long time ago. There were plenty of opportunities for me to be taken out. And I think that the reason I'm still here is because there's a lot for me to do. I think that people should know that people in foster care and people in adoption, they don't always make it out. And I was blessed to still be around my family and be in my hometown and see my mother every day, with or without the court's permission. So I feel that I am a blessing, and this is a miracle, and this is